Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. It was kind of slow for me, uh, but I guess later in the day there was a ticker that took off. I think CLVS, and a lot of people got a hold of it. I didn't really see it till after the fact. I don't usually trade breaking news, so I didn't really look at it. When it was happening and people were talking about it, I didn't see it until it had probably reached the top and it was starting to turn, and people were looking at shorting it by the time I saw it. But that was a great trade. It is something that I probably need to add to the strategies that I trade. But you know, this time of year, it's always slow. For the last several years that I've traded these strategies during the summer, it has been slow, but it always picks back up. So I never go chase the market. I always wait until the market comes back to me. So I know usually in about a month or so, it'll start picking up, and I'll get a little bit better reversals, have more follow through, some stronger opening range breakouts. When the market comes back around. So right now, pretty much all I get to do is scout, and when I see nice, you know, 60, 70, 80 cent windows, then those are my home runs this time of year. So I saw that on BBY. This was on my watch list, and I wasn't really sure what it was going to do. I know it rejected this 38.32 level early, but it was staying above the VWAP. And then the 30 minutes going into open, it lost the VWAP, and then I couldn't really get a handle on it. So I didn't even look at trading this pre-market. I was just gonna wait to see what happens with the opening range, and then kind of go from there. So this thing ran up. It tested this level again, and so I posted in chat that if this thing got over 38.32, I would look to take the opening range trade off of this. That it may be quit, meaning I may get in it early, because I was looking for the quick run up to here, where I could take it off this level and possibly short it from here back down. But that didn't happen. It sold off pretty hard. It had some choppy price action. I wasn't taking it short here because we've got the 20 moving average here. Plus the deviation band from the VWAP started closing in. So there's no way I was going to take this short. So I kind of took my eye off of this for a while. And I started looking at it again when it came back to test this level. So again, I saw how this thing was gearing up. This is a bullish pattern. It was gearing up to pop this level. We did get some, little consolidation here, but I felt pretty strongly that with a little burst of volume, we could get a nice little pop. So I did put an order out right here on 38.32. I wasn't going to use this level if I lost this 38.32 or we got a candle to close below it. I was going to take it off because everything was based off of it popping this level. So I did get in, and I felt, I might have been a little bit early, which I was, but sometimes these things will take off and they won't pull back. But this consolidated above this 32 level, which anytime you get consolidation, to me that's a sign of strength. And we made some higher highs and slightly higher lows. So to me it was gonna move. And my goal was to take some halfway up to this 39.10 level around 38.70. But because it was moving so slow, and we got this little indecision candle here. I kind of got antsy and I took some off, right here at 38.56. I took a quarter off here because if it did turn, I wanted to at least have some profit. And in this market, and with me not taking a whole lot of trades every week, I've got to book profit when I can. And so I went ahead and took a quarter here, and I took another quarter here to kind of split the difference. I took it at 70, what was it, 75 or 76. I took another quarter off to try to, that would have been my halfway cover. And then, I took all of it off here. This was my ultimate target. If I didn't have this extra cover here, I would have had enough. I'd have taken a quarter off halfway up, and then I'd have had taken half off here and then had another quarter to see what we could get out of it. But whenever I have to take an early cover, then I don't have enough to scale out. So that was my trade on BBY. I really, I don't like trading a small account when the market is like this. Yesterday I didn't take any trades. Today, I just didn't like the action that the market had, and it didn't seem conducive to small accounts. And when I was growing my account, there would be 2 or 3 days in a week where I didn't take a trade at all, because you have to be in that mindset that, hey, I'm growing my account, I need to take solid setups. And if it's not solid, if there's something wrong with it, you don't want to risk it, because growing your small account is very challenging. And I don't like scalping, because with Sure Trader, if you try to scalp, you're going to lose your shirt, because every trade is going to cost you at a minimum $13, in and out. So if you're trying to scalp these smaller dollar stocks and you're trading 1,000, 2,000 shares, what you can do with a $4 stock with a $2,000 account, you can run up fees pretty quick. So a 10-cent scalp move, you may end up losing money on it. So when the market is like it is now, I just kind of sit idle and wait. Now, if I start tomorrow, if the market looks better, then I'll probably jump back on my small account. But I just wanted to throw that out there, because I see a lot of traders, they don't have the luxury of trading another account. If you don't, paper trade. I mean, that's the smartest thing to do. If you're not getting moves, and especially if you're in Sure Trader and you need to have stocks that's going to move to give you 5 or 6 times what your commission cost to be, just so you can comfortably grow your account, you can't mess around with these little scalps. And that's pretty much all it was. Now, this would have been a nice trade, for a small account, but by this time I had kind of taken my focus off of that and just started looking at these 30 and 40 cent moves that I could size up a little bit and take some profit out of it. But that was my BBY. I think I traded, yeah, TOL. This was a reversal that I tried. Not a whole lot of follow through, especially on the first time. The second try we did get, that was a little bit better follow through, but still, it didn't get back to the VWAP. But I was watching this, I think it hit the scan up here, and I was looking at this 32 level, and then I think it was a 32.25 in here. This isn't a chart I traded, so I might have. No, this is a throwback from, I guess, a while back when I traded it. But there was a level here at 32.25, I believe, and I was looking at it at 32, and if it pushed, I was going to take it at 32.35. But it came up and tapped 32 real quick, and when I saw this candle open and it was weak, I went ahead and got in 31.85. I was 15 cents away from this 32 level, so it was a little bit, for 1,000 shares, that is, 15 cents is a lot for me. If I get in 1,000 shares, I want to see, a 10 cent or better stop, or the level that I'm looking at is no more than 10 cents away. So this was a little bit more risk than I normally take, but I felt this had a good chance to even get down to the 20, but it didn't. It hit my first target here. My first target is the 9, and one thing I have learned to do is I quit trying to top tick and bottom tick these things, because I missed a lot of trades and I messed up a lot of profit because I'm trying to hit this exact level. And until I realized and learned that these levels aren't meant to be used to the penny, they're meant to be used as areas where buyers and sellers meet. And it can react, as far as 10 cents away. So I started taking profit that if it's, starts slowing down and I'm within 5 or 6 cents, I'm going to take it. Between 5 and 10 cents on my target, I'm going to go ahead and take profit. And that's what I did here. I got some here at 31.46, which was it was a nice gain from, my entry at 85. And it did just what a lot of these do. When you don't get the follow through on it, and the stock is still relatively strong, it's going to bounce off the 9. And when it did that, and I saw, no hope for it, I went ahead and clicked it. I didn't even wait till it got to break even. I knew that if it came up here and set up again, I could always take it. But by then, the 9 had come up so close, it just wasn't worth taking this trade. This on the second try here, this was like, it tried here, 1, 2, 3. This was like the 4th try to push and hold over this level. This was the second try pushing over this level, but it couldn't hold. So this would have been a good chance to try, even though the 9 was close. This is a sign of weakness, and sure enough, it lost the 9 and the 20, which I would have thought that it would have come all the way back, but no go on that. But that was my day. Hopefully, I can get some good trades in. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be slow up until the holiday. And then maybe after the holiday, everybody will come back and we can start getting some traction. But I'm just, I'm not frustrated or anything like that. This is typical. This is what I expect. This is what I traded through last year with my setups, and then all of a sudden they came around and they started firing off and producing again. So just gonna stick with what I do. Try to stay consistent, and I can't make any mistakes now. I don't have any. Excuse me. This is all I've got. So I'm gonna stick to my guns and not take as many chances and try to stay consistent. Like, that's the name of the game. So that's all I have for today. I hope everybody has a great evening, a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow in chat.